The 16th of June, 2024, the day that celebrates the holiday of Lukyan's Mill, as it is also called, is associated with the memories of the Belgian martyrs Luciano, whom the church calendar reveres on this date. On this day is also commemorated. According to the folkloric Lukyan calendar, the windmill was named after the fact that on this day strong winds always blow. Traditionally in Lukyanov they monitor the wind direction, as it determined what this year's harvest would be. If on the 16th of June the wind blew from the south, it meant there would be a good spring harvest. And if the wind blew from the southwest, then a lean year was expected. Such signs helped people plan their agricultural activities and manage their families according to natural conditions, strong and unshakable in the face of the wind, which can bring fertility and destruction. On this day people noted their readiness to face difficulties and not give up. Summer is ahead of the hardships in their lives, and with it comes unstable weather. If the wind blows from the northwest, then a series of storms are expected that can cause serious damage to crops and lead to famine. The east wind can also bring serious diseases that affect people, animals, and plants. From the northeast, this is considered a bad omen for rye harvest as heavy rains negatively affect its growth. According to popular belief, the winds are controlled by a vortex grandfather who has no arms but has a very long beard if he starts to wave. This can lead to the destruction of everything that has been planted. What will this summer bring us? Only time will tell the harvest of plants. The land was torn from its roots by peasants fighting powerful gales that brought terrible hurricanes. The belief that hurricanes cast all kinds of evil spirits into homes. On the 16th of June, when the wind was blowing, the peasants locked the doors and windows with bolts and stopped speaking aloud, only whispering to themselves and praying. The elderly had their own ritual at night. They walked from the outskirts to Lukyan's mill and prayed, facing the wind. They believed the wind would take away all adversities and diseases and not allow any infection to strike them. With the onset of summer, when the wind warmed up and brought the scent from the south, the peasants began to pray for a bountiful harvest. They believed that along with the wind, they would sweep away all the problems and worries and rejoiced when the first potato sprouts appeared on the 16th of June, which meant there would be plenty of delicious potatoes this year. To mark such an important event, they prepared potato dishes, baked pies, boiled and fried potatoes, not forgetting to gift many of them. They also planned to dig a new well on their land. For this, they sent requests and prayers to Lukyan, the oldest and wisest peasant in the village, for the well-being of the water and the abundance of harvests. They hoped Lukyan's blessing would help them succeed in their work and support their families for the following year. At this time, the village came to life and filled with hope of good times coming with the arrival of summer and a bountiful harvest. In ancient times, people believed that the earth had magical powers that could bring them health and prosperity, various rituals to attract prosperity and ward off troubles. One of these rituals took place on the 16th of June, on Lukyan's Windmill Day. On this day, people believed that the water was close to the earth. On this day, people would speak with the help of wind and ask it to take away diseases, fears, and misfortunes. For example, a person could take his shirt and hang it on a rope so that the wind would take away all his diseases and fears. Then he would put it on and say special words asking the wind to bring strength and courage to not be afraid and just enjoy life. Therefore, this ritual carried not only practical but also symbolic value for people, allowing them to gain confidence and strength to overcome difficulties. The belief in the magical power of the earth and the wind played an important role in the lives of ancient peoples, shaping their worldview and ways of interacting with nature. In ancient times in Russia, there was a belief that on the 16th of June, on Lukyan's Day, the wind blowing from the east brought with it diseases and problems. So people were prohibited from going against this wind. It was believed that on this day, the wind had a special magical power capable of driving away all fears from the body, heart, and soul. Thus, the crossroads became a place where one could feel the influence of the wind and understand the main signs of what not to do. People either waited for this day or, if necessary, moved, choosing a safer time. The opportunity to read for themselves allows opening new horizons of thought and perception. Prayer, in turn, does not depend on weather conditions and can be pronounced at any time. According to the signs of the 16th of June, it is not advisable to give in to pessimistic thoughts and fears, especially during strong winds. If a south wind blows outside, it could be a good omen. According to these signs, a breeze could bring an encounter with the ideal fiancé. It is important to organize your energy fields correctly and be open to new opportunities. It's best not to dry clothes indoors on the 16th of June to avoid attracting any harm. It is believed that the wind not only carries freshness and coolness but is also capable of blowing away all problems of adversity and sadness from us. This ancient belief was widespread among our ancestors, and today many people adhere to this tradition. They believe it is worth taking things outside so that the wind releases them from negative energy and fills them with fresh and renewing energies. If you have a sick relative, it is also recommended to take that person's things outside to be cleaned by the wind. The sick person can then wear the clothes brought in by the wind's freshness and start the path to recovery. Interestingly, in the past, it was believed that one should not carry too much money in pockets in June and to avoid it on the streets, because the wind could blow it all away and financial problems would arise. It was also believed that on that day, Lukyan's mill could not stay open all day without opening the windows of the house to avoid the negative impact of the wind. Thus, the traditions and beliefs associated with the impact of the wind in our lives have ancient roots and continue to exist today. Magic mysteries hide in the darkness of the night, penetrating isolated corners beyond the reach of human eyes. Skillful spells and ancient rituals hide a power that not everyone can recognize. It is believed that today, June 16th, there is lurking an evil spirit eager to pass through the cracks and reveal its dark essence. To expel this sinister energy, you need to act boldly and decisively. Open not only the windows but also the entrance doors. Let the wind penetrate every corner of your home and let it spread all negative energies, shadows, and doubts that may be hidden in the most unexpected places. According to legend, only a draught of air can lead to the expulsion of impurities, and this is what will bring prosperity and harmony to your home. On this day, you should not tell your loved ones about your most intimate thoughts and plans because there is something indescribable hidden behind your back that can hear every word spoken in silence. According to legend, the wind is the bearer of secrets and mysteries, carrying them throughout the world, making them accessible to those who have learned to listen to the calls of nature. And do not forget that even meeting a caretaker on this day has its own significance. Do not pass by without greeting them, as this means neglecting ancient rules and laws, disturbing the balance, and attracting evil forces to yourself. Those who dare to ignore this warning risk attracting impure energy suddenly tangible in life. If a person faces problems every day, then this can only be the beginning of their trials. Sharing dreams seen on June 16th can be dangerous, especially if they are of a subtle nature. If it rains heavily without stopping on this day, it indicates a possible abundance of mushrooms in the near future. And when a strong wind blows in the afternoon, you can expect spring plants to start growing actively. If owls start screeching loudly, this can also be a sign of imminent bad weather. If a dog does not sleep and refuses normal food, preferring only grass, this may indicate a change in weather conditions. It is important to pay attention to all these signs as they may foreshadow future events. In ancient times, it was believed that on June 16th, a storm promised a bountiful harvest. Popular wisdom claimed that a poor hay harvest was an omen of especially fickle and unstable times. Many people often wander the world without finding their place or home. These individuals are in constant solitude to find their true purpose. Dear viewers, I wish that you find peace and harmony in your lives, despite the winds of change. The journey will lead to the discovery of your own path and a true home of happiness, health, and well-being so that you can overcome all obstacles on the way to your goal. Support us by liking and subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on new interesting signs and traditions. All the best to you.